at the beginning of the hour.
Allie.
Except for if you did, how many people did find somebody who, hold on to that.
Looks like you have to pass
But if you didn't do that,
you didn't have to
hand it into Alex.
Did you do the video?
Okay, grab your book and take it out. If you got, Jess has it on her phone.
Either. He didn't either.
Jess, you can have it, let me see it. Hold it up.
You have a video response?
I have it on my phone.
Okay.
Wait, what?
And I know you have it here, Miss Abby. What about you, Miss?
Your book?
Tiana?
I have it.
All right, so you're going to have 15 minutes to read this book. If you, how many people have read it besides Rachel? Who's read it? Okay, who has not read it? So you have 15 minutes to read it. Then as your homework is you have to finish it. Now, how would I start reading? I'm going to give you 15 minutes and start reading it. I'm not going to test you on this book. And I don't test my kids. I always do things, give them kind of projects and things. But the first thing I want you to do is, let's look for text features. So I want you to explore your book right now, and then when I ask, what do you see, you'll tell me, right? And so you look for text features throughout the book. And there's some here that we didn't talk about.
Sure.
This one, look through the book. I would go to the back page too. There's a text feature back there you probably won't miss. I would tell you to go back there.
What would that be? What would that be? More pictures and captions. See?
All right,
More about
let's start. Tatiana, give me one text feature you see in this book.
There's captions and the pictures.
Absolutely. How many people see lots and lots of pictures? Okay. Katie, give me another.
A map.
It's a map. So everybody see the map at the very end of the book? It's a root of the assessment. Okay, is there anything else beside a map and a picture?
There's bolded words and subheadings.
Okay, they're bolded words. Where are they? Tell us the page.
This one. Couple pages in.
Couple pages in, there's some bolded words. Okay? So we have bolded words, we have a lot of pictures. We have something that I never talked about before because I don't know why. We have prologue. Okay? Do you want to borrow my books, sweetie? Okay.
No, I'm just having here.
Okay. Okay. We have a prologue. Okay. Would that be a good opening activity to do with the students? Thumbs up. Okay. Here's my second question. What kind of structure do you think this book is? Remember this text structures? You want to do text structure song?
Problem solution.
Yeah, problem solution. You think this is problem solution?
Maybe.
Or do you think it's sequence?
sequence, information.
I think problem solution's in here. Okay?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I need everybody's attention. Leo?
Yeah, 2 pages.
Well, exactly. That's okay. That's all right. I think the major one is sequence, right? Because it's historic, and you're following this guy who assassinates the president, right? Look at it, chasing Lincoln's pillars. You're following him, and so I think it's sequence. But I think there are 2 other things in this book. See if I'm right as you read it. I think problem solution is definitely there, and I think cause and effect is there. Okay. So that's my first way. Okay, my second way is one of my favorite ways, okay? And that is something called KW is not my favorite. So I don't have Larry, so there's my wonderful person. Would you grab, I think I have a pen. I do, pretty sure. Will this right up there, or is this not? No, it's not right. All right, let's go get it going.
Okay, no, it's fine.
I think over there on the, over here? Yeah. Hold on. Nope, right here. Larry likes this, I don't. Okay, so just know that. This is Larry. Larry's not here today. He's sick. He's sick.
Aww.
Oh, he is. He is definitely sick. Okay. Lorelai's not here, and she's my paper passer. So Karen, guess what? You're pitching. Pinching. Okay. So put down KW.
I'll drop one.
Ah, Miss Sam. I don't want it. It's yours. Okay, how many people have heard of KWL? Okay, now you've heard who doesn't like it. And I'm going to tell you why. So K is what do we know about Lincoln? So we could do what do we know about Abraham Lincoln just before we read the book. What do you want to know? And after we're done with the book, we can do what you learned. You with me? Everybody give me a thumbs up. Why don't I like it? So, some teacher who's invites me into her class and she says, would you do Introduction to Shakespeare? And I say, sure. And she said, you might try KWL. I said, sure. So, I go in, I put KWL up there, and I say, okay, what do you know about Shakespeare? Nothing. No answer. Nada. I said, oh, Amber, what do you know about Shakespeare? It could just be a dumb seventh grader.
Not hard, not a lot.
So I said, well, somebody must know something. I think he's a writer. I said, do you know what country he comes from? Oh. Now, what am I going to do to introduce Shakespeare now that this has happened to me? Nothing.
Well, what country is he from? Because now I want to know.
So what I did was I started talking about Shakespeare. I said, take notes. Jessica.
I said, what country is Shakespeare from?
England.
There you go.
England, yeah. There you go. All right, so what do I like? It's on the next page. It's called RAN. R-A-N. Okay, look at this one. What I think I know. Nothing. Right? So you get in the same boat if someone says nothing. But then I could say, let's all guess who Shakespeare might be. So somebody writes, rock singer. Good, let's write that down. Somebody else, what do you think? Come on, Abby. You're a dumb seventh grader. Who's Shakespeare? Make a guess.
Classical writer.
Classical writer, so we'll write that down. So now I have something. I let them guess all over the place, and I can say, okay, now we're going to do some research and find out who he is. Okay, so this is what I think I know, and then the students confirm it. And then misconceptions. I thought he was a rock singer. New learning. Great. Wondering, why is she talking about Shakespeare? Well, guess what? You're going to learn a little Shakespeare. On the back page it says, what I think I know, confirmed, misconception, new learning, wondering. So, you now have two possible introductions. Would I do this KWL, even the rant? No.
Oh, sorry.
So what am I going to do? I mean, come on. So I'm teaching, all right, now let me tell you what grade this is good for. You're teaching either 6, 7, or 8, all right? And I'm teaching and I say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do one of my favorite strategies, which is called an anticipatory guide. How many of you know what that is? Anticipation guide. Anticipatory, or if you don't, well good, take notes. All right, Karen and Leah, why don't you help Karen out? You know what, before I give you a PowerPoint, let's do it. Let's do it, then I'm going to give you a PowerPoint.
It's not showing up on the.
Oh, you know what? That thing, you see that like that?
But don't turn in your find someone who's.
Okay.
Okay. Make sure we're helping you catch
We
up.
now know that this is Marcy's favorite thank you. I think it's good. Did it go up? No. Is it going up? No.
Karen.
That's right, no, Kate, you short.
Oh, it's warming up.
Okay, warming up.
Yeah. Karen, you need one.
All right.
One more? No.
So guess what class we're reading? This book called Chasing Lincoln's Assassins. And in order to really understand this book, we have to know something about Abraham Lincoln. So we're gonna do something called an anticipation guide. So I want everybody to have it, get a pen out, everybody get a pen out. And you're gonna get an article, turn that article over. If I see anybody looking at the article, $10.
We get $10?
I don't need your $10. Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna read it. Now let's read what it says here. Okay, Liz, would you read that where it says name, directions? Read the
The
directions.
purpose of this anticipation guide is to jumpstart your thinking about the big ideas, issues, and themes you'll be encountering in this article.
Well, it shouldn't say article, should it? So, well, no, it's an article. I'm sorry, I lied. Okay, keep going.
For each statement, mark true or false. Then write a short explanation about why you answered the way you did.
And I'm gonna say you can project. You may not know anything about Abraham Lincoln. So remember, you're either sixth, seventh, or 8th graders. I don't know how much you know. Depends on your history teacher and how good they were or not. Here's the first one. Okay, so you're gonna mark right now. Everybody get their pens. True or false? Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin. Abe loved to read. He would walk for miles to borrow a book. He impressed people where he lived, and his nickname was Honest Abe. He ran for the Illinois legislature and won the election. He married Mary Todd and had 4 children. Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th president, get rid of the S there, please, president of the United States. Before he went to Washington, D.C., he began growing a beard at the suggestion of an 11-year-old girl. The South seceded from the Union, causing Lincoln to face the greatest external fight in history.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
What does external mean?
it means outside the country. Oh, get rid of that dot too, boy, what kind of typist just Mrs. O'Hara? Okay, Lincoln wrote the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed the slaves. Lincoln died instantly when he was shot by John Wilkes Booth. All right, give me a thumbs up, have anything more done? Okay, now, what do you think this is doing? Are you curious about the answers?
Yeah.
Absolutely you are. And that's why these are phenomenal, okay? And there's loads of kinds. It's not just true and false. You can also have agree, disagree. You can have blah, blah, blah. But those are the most common, agree, disagree, and true, false. And I'm going to tell you how to do it right now, although you're going to get a handout. I never do more than 2 false statements. There are 2 false statements here, and all the rest are true. Okay, but I'm going to tell you which one. I'll see how you did. So, if you thought that was true, that this is true, raise your hand. Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin. He loved to read.
You love to read.
His nickname was Honest Abe.
Wait, are you gonna tell us the answers, or
No, you're going to read the article and find out. He ran for the Illinois legislature and won the election. He married Mary Todd, had 4 children. He was 16th president of the United States.
True.
Before he went to Washington, he began growing a beard because some 11-year-old told him. Okay? The South seceded from the Union, causing Lincoln to face the greatest external fight in history. Thanks, Rachel, for asking what it is. Good, that is definitely false. Lincoln wrote the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed the slaves. And Lincoln died instantly when he was shot by John. Okay, I have 3 false here, not 2, I'm sorry. I have 3. Okay, now you have an article. I'm going to let you read this article, annotate as you read it, and then you can fix, if you have anything wrong, you can fix it. Okay?
Which one was the false one? I missed it.
We have to read the story.
You have to read the article and find out. Hello, Steve. Guess who wants you to collect all her work? Prisma. Prisma.
Yes.
Start reading. Oh, come on up for this. Okay,
I have to send them on.
oh, thank you so much, Jen. start reading the article, and then you can have this right next to you as you fix it and whatever. No talking, we're reading our article.
Oh, so that was great.
Jen, are you taking, her hand?
Kendra's.
Who is?
Kendra is.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you